युहन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणाहं नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चाविवृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Start from 45. यः सत्त्वाकारवृत्तो प्रतिफलति युवा देहमात्रावृतोऽपि तद्धर्मैर्बाल्यवार्ध्यादिभिरनुपहतः प्राणाविर्बभूव श्रेयान् साध्यस्तमेतं सुनिपुणमतयः सत्यसङ्कल्पभाजोऽप्यभ्यासाद्देवयन्तः परिणतमनसा साकमूर्ध्वं नयन्ति प्रायो कामोऽस्तकामः निरतिशयसुखायात्मकामः सदासौ तत्प्राप्तावाप्तकामः स्थितचरमदशः तस्य देहावसाने प्राणानैवोत्क्रमन्ति क्रमविरतिमिताः स्वस्वहेतौ तदानीं क्वायं जीवो विलीनः लवणमिव जले खण्ड आत्मैव पश्चात् पिण्डीभूतं यदन्तः जलनिधिसलिलं याति तत्सैन्धवाख्यां भूयः प्रक्षिप्तमस्मिन् विलयमुपगतं नामरूपे जहाति प्राज्ञस्तद्वत्परात्मन्यथ भजति लयं तस्य चेतो हिमांशौ वागग्नौ चक्षुरर्के पयसि पुनरसृग्रेतसी दिक्षु कर्णौ क्षीरान्तर्यद्वदाज्यं मधुरिमविदितं तत्पृथग्भूतमस्मात् भूतेषु ब्रह्म यद्वत् व्यवहृति विदितं शान्तविश्रान्तिबीजम् यं लब्ध्वा लाभमन्यं तृणमिव मनुते यत्र नोदेति भीतिः सान्द्रानन्दं यदन्तः स्फुरति तदमृतं विध्यतो ह्यन्यदार्तम् वोतः क्रोतश्च तन्तुष्विह विततपटः चित्रवर्णेषु चित्रः तस्मिन् जिज्ञास्यमाने ननुभवति पटः सूत्रमात्रावशेषः तद्विश्वं विचित्रं नगनगरनरग्रामपश्वादिरूपं प्रोतं वैराजरूपे सवियति तदपि ब्रह्मणि प्रोतमोतम्। See, these last two verses, as you would have observed, so 48 and 49, so basically the description of Tatpadartha, the Brahma Swarupa. So that is what is being described. So the Otaprota, this is basically from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So Gargi Brahmanam we said. In the same Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, so we have something called Madhu Brahmanam. So there it is described slightly differently. The next few verses also you will see is a description of that Brahman. So based on various mantras, so whatever comes to the mind of Bhagavad Pada, he tries to paraphrase those mantras. So this verse which we are going to read now, verse 50, so one can either understand as based on the mantra which is there in Madhu with Madhu Brahmanam, or one could take this as something which is based on the description that we find in Kathopanishad. So we will read the verse and then we will see. Rupam Rupam Pratidam
Rupam Rupam Pratidam Rupam Rupam Pratidam
Pratiphalanavashat
Pratiphalanavashat Pratiphalanavashat
Pratirupyam Prapede
Pratirupyam Prapede Pratirupyam Prapede
Eko Drashtadvitiyaha
Eko Drashtadvitiyaha Eko Drashtadvitiyaha
Bhavati cha salile
Bhavati cha salile Bhavati cha salile
Sarvato Nantarupaha
Sarvato Nantarupaha Sarvato Nantarupaha
Indro Mayabhiraste
Indro Mayabhiraste Indro Mayabhiraste
Shrutiriti vadati
Shrutiriti vadati Shrutiriti vadati
Vyapakam Brahma Tasmat
Vyapakam Brahma Tasmat Vyapakam Brahma Tasmat
Jivatvam Yatyakasmat
Jivatvam Yatyakasmat Jivatvam Yatyakasmat
Ativimalatare
Ativimalatare Ativimalatare
Bimbitam Buddhyupadau
Bimbitam Buddhyupadau Bimbitam Buddhyupadau
Rupam Rupam Pratidam Pratiphalanavashat Pratirupyam Prapede Eko Drashtadvitiyaha Bhavati cha salile Sarvato Nantarupaha. So here Rupam Rupam Prati Idam Idam Pratiphalana Vashat Pratirupyam Prapede. So this is an independent sentence in itself. So Idam here refers to the entity that was referred to in the previous verse towards the end, Brahmani Protamotam. So Brahma is what is to be taken by the word Idam here. Idam Brahma. So this entity Brahman, Idam Pratiphalana Vashat. The word Pratiphalanam refers to reflection. Pratiphalana Vashat Idam Brahma Pratiphalana Vashat. So Pratiphalana Vashat, where Rupam Rupam Prati. So in various forms that you see here. Rupam Rupam Prati here refers to the various upadhis that you see here. So this Rupam Rupam refers to all the objects, so starting from the minute organism to that Brahma, Virat. So Rupam Pratiphalana Vashat. The word Prati and Pratiphalana. This Prati occurs in various contexts, in various senses. So Pratiphalanam means reflection. Pratikarma, Pratikriya, Pratishedha. So it occurs independently as Prati and generally Pratidinam. Okay. So this Prati occurs in various contexts and it will have slightly different connotations also. Okay. So that we will come to little later. Rupam Prati. Okay. So Rupam Prati. So with reference to the various forms that you see. Pratiphalana Vashat Pratirupyam Prapede. So Pratirupyam Prapede means, so wherever it is reflected, it takes that particular form. Okay. It presents itself in multivarious forms depending upon where it is reflected. Okay. Pratirupyam Prapede, it took multivarious forms. Pratirupyam Prapede, this Brahma. Now he is trying to explain this through a drishtanta. The second quarter he says, Eko drashta dvitiyaha bhavati cha salile. So ekaha drashta dvitiyo bhavati. So the drashta is only one, but he suddenly sees one more form. When he gets reflected in some reflecting media. So here he is using the Salilam as a reflecting media. Okay. So Salile Pratiphalana Vashat. Okay. So Salile Pratiphalana Vashat. So you are there, suppose you go to your water body and peep your head. Okay, if the water is still, so then you will see one more image of you there. Okay. So Pratiphalana Vashat Ekaha Drashta Dvitiyo Bhavati. Okay. So you see two things. Sarvato Nandarupaha. So we'll come back to this. So here, what is being stated here is, it is this one entity which presents itself in multivarious forms. So once the upadhi multiplies, so the entity also seems to have got multiplied as if. Okay. So it is like taking one big piece of gold. Okay. So let us say it is half kg. So and then you want to print various coins and give it to various people. Okay. So this is like this. So it becomes into various forms, but all of them are essentially gold. Okay. So that is what one needs to understand. Eko drashtadvidiyo bhavati sarvato anantarupaha bhavati. Okay. So anantarupaha, he has taken unending forms. Okay. Anantarupaha bhavati kada bhavati. So that is what is stated. Mayabhihi, Indro Mayabhihi. It's a very interesting usage. Indraha is normally understood as the Lord of Devas. Okay. So in various Puranas you will see, so this Indra doing various kinds of mischiefs. So that kind of a thing is also by virtue of having power. So certain arrogance gets breeded, and therefore one is tempted to do mistakes and he commits mistakes. So all these things we will see. Even in Bhagavata, Srimad Bhagavata, we have a very interesting episode of Indra so trying to make Krishna take a lesson from him. Okay, so he was so jealous of Krishna becoming famous. Okay, and Krishna also plays a trick. So to just see to it that this Indra fellow takes a lesson. Okay, so that is a very, very interesting episode that you see in Bhagavatam. Okay, so that Indra is not the Indra who is referred here. So the Indra that is used here is used in the sense of Paramatma Brahman. So there is an interesting passage in Upanishad, so wherein we can see how this Shabda Indra refers to Paramatma. So this Aitareya Upanishad, in the first Adhyaya, towards the end, so there is a mantra. So I will read this, so then we will move ahead with the verse, the later part. So here what we need to understand is Indraha Mayabhihi Sarvataha Ananta Rupaha. Okay, so this Brahmatman with the help of Maya, so turns into unending forms that you see around you. Okay, so this is what is stated. Now this Indra Shabda, it has a very interesting derivation as presented in the Upanishads. So this towards the end of third khanda of the first adhyaya of Prashnopanishad, this is Aitareya Upanishad. So we have this mantra: Sajato bhutanyabhivyaikshyat kimihanyam bhavadishaditi sa etameva purusham brahma tatamam apashyatidam adarsamiti. So there is a pluta there. Then we have the last mantra of this khanda: Tasmadidandro nama idandro havi nama Tamindragum santam indra ityachakshate parokshena paroksha priya iva hi deva paroksha priya iva hi deva. So this is how the Upanishad ends. So let us try to understand this. Sajataha bhutani abhivyaikyat. Okay, so this will be useful little later also in understanding the later part of the verse that we are reading now. Sajataha bhutani abhivyaikyat. So here Saha refers to that Paramatman. So Jataha means when he takes this particular form as Jiva. Bhutani abhivyaikyat. Bhutani abhivyaikyat. So here, so there are very interesting interpretations which have been given by Bhagavad Pada as well as further by Anandagiri. So I will just summarize that to you. So he says, Jataha bhutani abhivyaikyat. So the moment he takes this particular form, Saha Jataha, means the later part of this verse you will see Jivatva. Okay, so this Jivatva is superimposed upon him. Aham Manushyaha, Aham Kanaha, Aham Badhiraha. So all these kinds of notions are superimposed upon him by himself. So here he says Sajataha Sharire Pravishtaha. Saha Jataha means Sharire Pravishtaha. It doesn't mean Paramatma is born. What is born is Sharira is born. Sharire Pravishtaha Jivatmana Bhutani Abhivyaikyat Vyakarot. Then is what is more interesting thing. Saha Kadachit Paramakarudikena Acharyena. It's a very interesting way of presenting this Vedanta by Bhagavad Pada here. You can see the poet in Bhagavad Pada here. सः कदाचित् परमकारुणिकेन आचार्येण आत्मज्ञानप्रबोधकृच्छब्दिकायां वेदान्तमहाभेर्यां तत्कर्णमूले ताड्यमानायां. So this is a very interesting phrase. He says, so this person who is conceiving himself to be limited in various forms and placing himself in various kind of despondent situations, by virtue of punya, kimiha anyam vavadishamiti. So this is the mantra which says, so how else can I conceive of himself? So this is the state in which you are. Now what happens? He says, kadachit. Okay. So if you are lucky enough, as we are lucky enough now by this corona to discuss Vedanta, saha kadachit paramakarunikena acharyena. Okay. So by your luck, suppose you have occasion to listen to this Vedanta. Okay. Paramakarunikena acharyena atmajnana prabodha shabdikayam vedanta mahabheryam. Bheri means a drum. Okay. So this Vedanta Mahabheri is saying. So this Vedanta is like a big drum. Okay. Vedanta Mahabheryam. What is the Shabda that comes from this? Okay. So how do you conceive of the Shabda that is generated by this Bheri? He says, Atmajnana Prabodhakrit Shabdikayam. So this Bheri, so essentially presents to you thoughts which will make you ponder over who you are and what is the real nature of you and what is the happiness. So what are you craving for? Where to seek for it? So all that is being stated. So that is why Atmajnana Prabodhakrit Shabdikayam. He says Vedanta Mahabheryam. And then he says Tat Karnamule Tadyamanayam. So the very, if it is far off, then you may not be able to hear this. So this Bheri is just very close to your ear. Okay. Tat Karnamule Tadyamanayam. So it is being hit very close to your ears. See, it's a very beautiful description that you find here. So Vedanta Mahabheryam Tatkarnamule Tadyamanayam. So when this is repeatedly happening, okay, so then he says, Yetameva Srishtyadi Kartritvena Prakritam Purusham Purishayanam Atmanam Brahma. So this entity whom I have been conceiving as a limited person, etc., so he is not so. It is this entity which is described as Brahman. So this entity is actually not different from that. So this Sharira, etc., is gained by me, and it is only temporal, and it is continuously changing. Whereas the one whom I perceive as I is unchanging conscious being. So that is what I am. So here he says, Yetameva, once this dawns, so then the perception completely changes. He says, Yetameva Srishtyadi Kartritvena. So the one which is described in Shruti as Srishtyadi Karta, the Mula Bhuta Upadana, I am not different from that. Prakritam Purusham. Prakritam Purusham means the one whom I was completely mistaking. Okay. So as one who is doomed to always experience sorrow. So that is not the case. See? Prakritam Purusham, the same entity. Purishayanam. Purishayanam means the one whom I am experiencing in this Sharira. Okay. So Pura here refers to this Sharira. So Purishete. So that is how we understand the word Purusham. So Prakritam Purusham means Purishayanam Atmanam. So the one whom I was conceiving as Jiva, limited in all senses, is not so. Okay. Purishayanam Atmanam Brahma Brihat Tatamam. We have a word Tatamam in the Shruti. So now Acharya gives the explanation as to how we should understand the word Tatamam. So the mantra goes as Sa etameva purusham brahma tatamam apashyat idamadarsamiti. So there is Pluti. So whenever there is an Ananda, there will be Pluti in Veda. Okay, so you prolong and then say. So here Acharya's explanation goes Brahma brihat tatamam takarena yekena luptena tatatamam. So there is a takara lopa here. Okay. So this tatatamam is what is referred to by Shruti as tatamam. So tatatamam means the one who is all pervading. Ativistrita. See. So tatatamam vyaptatamam. Tatatamam means vyaptatamam. Paripurnam akashavat pratyabudhyate apashyat. So once this Vedanta Mahabheri comes and strikes, at some point the whole notion that you had about yourself completely disappears. The purpose that you have set for your life completely changes, and the whole vision makes you feel that you are no more an unhappy person. Okay? So that vision dawns, and then you just see the same Atman everywhere. See? So Atma upamyena sarvatra samam pashyati. Okay? Yorjuna suhamva yadiva dukham sayogi paramo mataha. See? So the amount of compassion that will flow out of you will be unlimited. Atma upamyena sarvatra samam pashyati. Okay? So it is the vision which has to dawn. Then care will naturally flow. Okay? So that is what he is trying to say. Idam, this Atman is what is dwelling everywhere. Okay? So if you care for yourself, you will care for others. So this idea of this vyaptatamaha ayamatma. Ayamatma vyaptatama. Ayamatma means there is no other fellow sitting somewhere. Okay. So that is what is the great vision of Vedanta. And this arises through the Mahabheri. Okay. Mahabheryam tat karnamule tadyamanayam yetamena srishtyadi kartratvena prakritam purusham purishayanam atmanam brahma brihat tatamam takarena ekena luptena tatatamam vyaptatam paripurnam akashavat pratyabudhyata apashyat katham. He says Idam Brahma mama atmanah swarupam adarsham drishtavan. The last part of this mantra is the proclamation, the joy, okay, of this person. He says Idam adarsamiti. We have read this story, Eureka, jumping, okay. So something like that. So I have seen, what a great vision. So that dawns up, and so that is what is indicated by the Pluti. Okay. Idam adarsamiti. Then the next mantra, that is where you find the word Indra. Tasmat idandro nama idandro havai nama tam idandragam santam indraityachakshate parokshena parokshapriya ivahi deva parokshapriya ivahi deva. So whenever you find this Dviravritti, so generally it means it is Adhyaya Samapti. Okay, so you will find generally, so this repetition twice, so then it means it is the end of it. So that is why we have Parokshapriya ivahi deva, Parokshapriya ivahi deva. This is how it goes. Now let us understand this So the reason for lifting this mantra is the Indra, the moment you listen, so the person who immediately strikes is, so this fellow Indra who we think of, but that is not the case. How does it arise? Tasmadidandro nama. Okay. So this Idandraha. Okay. So this Idandra, so he is referred to as Indra. So that is what the Upanishad tells us. So here you see Tasmadidandro nama Idandro havi nama tam Idandragum santam Indraityachakshate. Achakshate parokshena. So parokshena means, so normally, so when you refer to, okay, somebody, so here let us take in the audience. So we always say, so Justice Krishna. So the one who occupies some position, so a venerable position. So you refer to by the name, not directly, but through some other name. The director is arriving. Okay. So this is how we just keep saying. So that is how the Shruti says. So this, instead of saying Idandra, it is saying Indra. So that is how it just says. This is Parokshena Ahvan. So that is how it is interpreted. Let us read this Bhashya. Yasmat idam ityeva yatsakshad aparokshad brahma sarvantaram apashyat na parokshena tasmat idam pashyati iti idandraha. So how do we understand the word? So dra here refers to darshanam. Okay. So we use the word drashtum sheelam. Okay. So idam pashyati means, so the one who sees this, okay, who realizes this. So idam drashtum sheelam. Okay. So idam pashyati iti idandraha nama paramatma. Okay. So Idandra refers to Paramatma. Idandro havi nama prasiddha loke ishvaraha tam evam idandram santam indra iti parokshena parokshabhidhanena achakshate brahmavidaha. So brahmavidaha, so in their own local paribhasha, so they refer to this Paramatman itself as Indra. Okay. So that is how we understand the term Indra as used in this Vedanta literature. Okay. So Indraha iti parokshena parokshabhidhanena achakshate brahmavidaha. Why? Samvyavaharartham pujyatamatvat pratyakshanamagrahana bhayat. This is a phrase which Bhagavad Pada adds. Pujyatamatvat. Okay, so when he is highly respected, Pujyatamatvat. Suppose Prime Minister comes, Narendra comes, you will not say. He may be Narendra. Okay, so from the viewpoint of the Shabda Vyutpatti, but you don't say that. So that is why Pujyatamatvat Pratyakshanamagrahana bhayat tathahi parokshapriyaha parokshanamagrahanapriyaha iva evahi yasmad devaha kimuta sarvadevanamavi devaha maheshwaraha dirvachanam prakrita adhyaya parisamaptyartham. Okay, so this is the mantra which we find in Aitareya, first adhyaya, third khanda, towards the end. Now let us return to the shloka now. So Indro maya bhiraste shruti riti vadati. Shruti riti vadati means iti shrutihi vadati. Okay, so this is what Shruti says. So it is this Indra whom we understand as Paramatma through the Maya. So there were earlier verses also which were describing how Maya. Okay, Tatvarosyah kapardaha yuvatiratha. Okay, Maya bhiraste shruti riti vadati iti shrutihi vadati anantarupaha aste iti shrutihi vadati. Okay, so this itself, so the one which was ekameva dvitiyam, okay, sadeva somyadamagre asid ekameva dvitiyam, now has become ananta. Anantarupaha aste. The moment various upadhis spring up, So it is a manifestation of that entity in that form for some time. Okay, so that is the understanding. Iti vadati vyapakam brahma. So tasmat vyapakam brahma. Okay, so this Brahma is what is all pervading. Vyapakam brahma tasmat. Then he says, Jivatvam yatyakasmat. So this is a very interesting phrase. Okay. So tasmat vyapakam brahma akasmat jivatvam yati. So this is a prasa also you see. Akasmat means, so you don't know why, but it has taken this. Okay. Akasmat jivatvam yati. So why did this corona come like this all of a sudden? Okay, and then put the prapancha into stall for us to have Shatasloki class. So each one can define their own purpose. Okay, akasmat, but it is something for which we have absolutely no answer. Why it springs? Okay, so that we don't have an answer. So that is what is described by akasmat. Okay. Jivatvam yatyakasmat ati vimalatare bimbitam buddhyupadhau. When does it happen? So he is just saying, when this Chaitanya gets reflected in the upadhi in the form of buddhi. So upadhi is a certain limiting agent. This buddhyupadhau, this is a very interesting term that has been employed, which needs to be properly understood. So the reflection of something obviously depends upon the quality of the entity in which the reflection takes place. So once you are able to cleanse this buddhi, so then the reflection will be so really charming. If it is dirty, you will only see a dirty image. So buddhyupadhau pratibimbitam. Here the phrase ativimalatare. So of the various things, so in the Sharira, they always consider this buddhi. So it is primarily in the context of making you realize that it is the Chaitanya which fires in the buddhi. And this, you find it described in various ways in various Upanishads. So buddhi is just taken as a mirror in various places. Okay, so wherein you see the reflection of this all-pervading Chaitanya. Okay, so that is the swabhava of buddhi. So therefore, this buddhi in some contexts it will be described as vimalatara. So because it has to take reflection. Okay. Okay. So if it does not reflect, suppose I teach you something.
Okay.
your buddhi does not reflect. So then you will describe it as a lump of clay. Right? Otherwise you will say it is a crystal. Okay, if it reflects. You have heard this phrase in Tamil? Mandal and Kalimandir. So do you have clay placed in your head? So this is what people will sometimes jovially say. Okay. So this is what is being stated here. So jivatvam yati akasmat. So akasmat jivatvam yati. So this akasmat is used by Acharya in order to exclaim that how is it that it can happen. So this Atma is actually Shuddha Rupa. So in order to impress upon the idea that you have to go and revisit. Okay. So the notions that you have developed about yourself. So he uses this word akasmat. Okay, it has various connotations. Okay. Yadasankalpitameveha asankalpitameveha yadakasmat pravartate nivartyarambhamarabdham nanu daivasya karma tat. So this akasmat, so he is basically telling you that the reasons are not sort of clear to you. This is one meaning of this akasmat. The other meaning of this akasmat is, by some mistaken notion you have landed yourself like this. So you better go and revisit. Okay. So your own understanding of yourself. So in the light of the drum beats, okay, so that have come through Vedanta. So here I would like you to just listen to the couple of mantras that we find, almost using the same phrases that we find here in this verse in Kathopanishad. In Kathopanishad, in the fifth valli, it has 6 vallis. In the fifth valli, there are a couple of mantras. Agniryathiko bhuvanam pravishtaha rupam rupam pratirupo babhuva ekastatha sarvabhutantaratma rupam rupam pratirupo bahischa vayuryathiko bhuvanam pravishtaha rupam rupam pratirupo babhuva ekastatha sarvabhutantaratma rupam rupam pratirupo bahischa suryo yatha sarvalokasya chakshuh nalipyate chakshushairbahya doshaihi ekastatha sarvabhutantaratma nalipyate lokadukkhena bahyaha. So it goes on. So these two mantras particularly, so use the same phrase as you find here. Okay. Rupam rupam pratirupo babhuva. So that is how the verse basically starts here. So there is a very interesting avatarika which has been placed by Bhagavad Pada here for this mantra Agniryathikaha. So here he says Ataha Kutarkika Pashanda Buddhi Vichalitantah Karananam Pramanopapanamapi Atmikatta Vijnanam Asakaduchyamanamapi Andajubuddhinam Brahmananam Chetasi Nadhiyate iti Tatpratipadane Adaravati Punah Punaraha Shrutihi Agniriti. So this is how the avatarika of this mantra has been presented. What does he say? Kutarkika Pashanda Buddhi Vichalitantah Karananam. Okay. Kutarkika Pashanda Buddhi. Okay. So these people around you, okay, so particularly in the 19th and 20th century, so they have really polluted your minds. Okay. So this Kutarkika basically means, so presenting you with completely wrong logic which cannot be adopted. Okay. So if you are trained to think like that, so if you are taken to a madrasa, so let us say at the age of 2, and you are repeatedly said something, okay, so then that will completely get ingrained in your mind and you cannot think otherwise. Okay. So therefore he says Kutarkika Pashanda Buddhi Vichalita Antahkarananam. Antahkarana is the most important instrument. See, it has to be properly maintained by us by exposing it to the right environment. So that is where the problem is. Okay. So therefore he says Pashanda Buddhi Vichalita. So this Pashanda is also nicely defined, but I will not spend time on Pashanda right now. So Pashanda essentially means someone who has absolutely no understanding of the Varnashrama Vidhan. Okay. So why it has been stated, what has been stated, for what purpose. So these are all things which are very essential. So why do you want to say good morning to somebody? You can just keep quiet now. You can keep walking like. So when somebody goes to best examination, best of luck, bon voyage. Why? So just because you say bon voyage, so is he going to have a good voyage? So this is the issue is, so we have adopted a certain system where we try to physicalize our emotions. Sometimes you physicalize, sometimes you verbalize. So then you are able to communicate. So here, so if you do not understand why certain things have been presented this way, so you have no business to say that this is all totally meaningless. So something which has got established over thousands and thousands of years, so there is no reason to mindlessly dismiss them just based on some sociologist, so some fellow coming up with some theory, okay, so which is just some 20 years old, so whose validity is to be checked. So here we have absorbed something in our society based on hundreds and thousands of years. So those practices, one has to understand the context and then see the inner meaning. So this Kutarkika Pashanda Buddhi, so will try to confuse you. Kutarkika Pashanda Buddhi Vichalita Antahkarananam. So then he says, Pramano Bhavannamapi Atmikatta Vijnanam. So this Vedanta Bheri is trying to so give you some knowledge. Okay. So this resists. So this mind resists to take it inside. Okay. So that is what he is trying to say. Pramanopapannamapi. So though it is presented with logic, so this logic is beaten by the other fallacious logic which is already taken, okay, by you. So that is what he is saying. Atmaikatta Vijnanam Asakraduchyamanamapi. So this drum means repeated beating. So this is what he is saying. Asakraduchyamanam. So not once, but repeatedly said in various words through various upakshyayikas. Uchyamanamapi Anrujubuddhinam. This is a very important phrase. So Anrujubuddhi means, so this is already crooked now. So Rijubuddhi is straight thinking. Okay. Anrujubuddhinam brahmananam chetasi nadhiyate. So it doesn't ascend into that mind, okay, and take a seat there. Iti hetoho, because of this reason, tat pratipadane adaravati shrutihi. So adaravati shrutihi, the shruti out of compassion. So in order to explain it to you in various ways, punah punaraha, again and again it is explaining. Agnihi yatha. So this is the avatarika for this mantra. Agnir yathiko bhuvanam pravishtaha. He says Agnihi yatha ekaha eva prakashatma san bhuvanam. So there he is explaining bhavantyasmin bhutani iti bhuvanam. So this is the derivation of the word. Okay. Bhavantyatra bhutani iti bhuvanam. Ayam lokaha tamim pravishtaha anupravishtaha rupam rupam prati darvadi dahya bhedam prati pratirupaha. So this is how the mantra basically goes further. And once again he takes the example of Vayu. Vayuryathiko bhuvanam pravishtaha rupam rupam pratirupo babhuva. So these mantras basically form the basis for this shloka that you find here. Here, this akasmat, so today I just happened to glance upon a couple of very beautiful verses in Raghuvamsha, which I thought I should just share here. So here, this Raghuvamsha, so in some context, I just happened to glance this verse. This akasmat means, so we don't know the cause, but it all of a sudden happens. So there is a beautiful episode which has been narrated, and there is a lot of thing, lot of dharma to be understood from that episode. So this happens to be this. The word pratikarma, pratikriya, and so on and so forth have been very nicely employed by Kalidasa. I'll tell you a verse, so you repeat, then we will see the context and the meaning. Sammochitas sattvavattvayaham Sammochitas sattvavattvayaham Sammochitas sattvavattvayaham Shapat Chiraprarthitadarsanena Pratipriyanchet Bhavato na kuryam Vritha hi me syat Swapadopalabdhihi. See, this akasmat means something which happens by chance. So this is what you call by luck, by chance. For whatever you cannot ascribe some karana, you describe it that way. So this is something which happened in that particular way, akasmat. There is a beautiful description which you find in Kalidasa. I will just very quickly read these 2-3 verses. Akasmat, how you sort of get things. This akasmat, you need to first of all understand. So though it is a phrase which is being employed by us to express that you do not have a certain understanding of why it happens. Okay? It does not mean in our larger framework of philosophy that akasmat things happen. Okay? So that has to be kept in mind. Okay? So this akasmat, okay? So we call it as adrishta. Okay? So this adrishtam, so what is basically adrishtam means, so your own karma ultimately. Anyway, so that let us keep it aside. Now it is only in this context of akasmat, so this episode sort of struck me and I wanted to communicate to you. So Kalidasa here says, Pratipriyanchet bhavato na kuryam. So this word prati, so pratiphalati, in many places you will see. Independently prati means aham ramam pratibravimi, means towards. But in many contexts you will see prati means something which is done as a reaction to something. Okay? So pratipriyam means you have received some priya, some favor from somebody. So if you do not do that, okay, so it is in this context this is, okay, pratipriyam. So vachanam, so you hear some word and you reply to that, you will call prativachanam. Okay, so prati, so in response to something is what is generally called prati. Okay, is tagged by the prefix prati. Okay, a particular act. So here the description is a very interesting description. So Aja is one of the kings in the Raghu lineage. So once he goes somewhere along with the Sena, and then so an elephant comes there, okay, and then tries to destroy certain things. So then Aja finishes the elephant. Okay, and the moment that Bana goes and hits that elephant, so the episode says that he changes his form, okay, and then he becomes a Gandharva. Okay, so he becomes a Gandharva, and that Gandharva now he converses with Aja. So that is the conversation here. So sammochitaha means I am freed from. So this Gandharva is supposed to have taken the form of an elephant because of some other shapa. Okay, sammochitaha. The moment Aja shot and he turned into some form, Aja was feeling so bad. So what have I done? Okay, so this is the feeling that Aja's feeling is beautifully portrayed in one more verse, which also I will quickly narrate. So this is what is happening. Now he says, Sammochitaha Sattvatatvayaham. Sattvata means you are also Viryavan. As elephant, I possess some Virya, but you possess some other kind of a Virya. Shapat Chiraprarthita Darshanena. Chiraprarthita Darshanena means, so this, as he was an elephant, he also knows why he turned into elephant. And the Rishi who gave the Shapa also said that, so a king will come and he will hit you with an arrow, then you will have Vimochana. So that is what is indicated by Chiraprarthita Darshanena. For a long time I have been anticipating this, and I am so relieved now. So I can go back to my own form. So now he says, this is what is very important for all of us to take a lesson. He says, Pratipriyanchet bhavato na kuryam. So this is how the poets so try to deliver in such a sweet form most important messages in life. Okay, so one has to read Kalidasa, one has to read Mahabharata, one has to read Ramayana. There is no other go. Okay, so for us to unknowingly imbibe values in our lives. Okay, so by reading Harry Potter, this, that, etc., you will never ever get anywhere near to this. It is only a waste of time. So just to spend time, we keep doing certain things. If only we are able to appreciate this language and the beauty, then there is nothing which can be more wondrous than this. See? So now let us read this. Pratipriyanchet bhavato na kuryam. So now you have done a great favor for me. If I were not to do something, bhavataha pratipriyam na kuryam. Okay, so like pratiphalanam. Aham pratipriyam yadi na kuryam vritha hi me syat swapadopalabdhihi. I somehow feel that, okay, swapadopalabdhihi, the word pada has various meanings. Swapadopalabdhihi. So myself once again becoming a Gandharva. So Gandharvas are supposed to possess certain special skills. Swapadasya upalabdhihi, so which I have now attained. Vritha hi me syat. So I feel that it will be futile, it is meaningless. Okay, so therefore I want to do something for you. So he says, Sammohanam nama sakhe mamastram prayoga samhara vibhakta mantram gandharva mat prayoktuhu. So he says, so this is one verse. So therefore I am going to give you some astram. So I will quickly jump. So I am going to bless you with this astram is what he says. Now this Aja feels, after all, I have shot him to death. And he is trying to do a favor for me. What is this? How can I receive this favor? Okay, so that is what goes in his mind. So that Kalidasa beautifully portrays. Alam kriyamam pratiyan muhurtam. Kriya alam is a beautiful usage. So you don't need to feel shy. See, the way you look at is what matters. So the Gandharva would have looked. After all, he was supposed to do something. He shot, now I am going to go back. That is one way of looking at it. So in fact, what he did was basically to hit me, so I can hit back and then I go. This is another way to look at it. So this is the third way to look at it. So he has done a great favor for me. Okay. So here he says, you don't need to feel ashamed. In fact, what he says is, he says much more beautiful things here. He says, initially, you did not even do this. You tried to drive me away, but I did not go. So I was bent upon finishing all your tents. So therefore you shot me. So all that he beautifully brings in here. So this is a very profound message. And with one more verse I want to end. So Kalidasa basically, see this Mahabharata, so it is called Panchamo Vedaha. So I was able to see this. He says, see, Suhridam hi dhanam bhutva krutva pranayam ipsitam pratikartum ashaktasya jivitan maranam varam. So how powerfully it is stated, you see. Suhridam hi dhanam bhuktva. See, when you are benefited by someone, so this is something which was there. Suhridam hi dhanam bhuktva. Okay, so you are benefited for your survival through something. It can be organization, it can be something else, whatever it is. Krutva pranayam ipsitam pranayam krutva, having done pratikartum ashaktasya. So if you cannot do something, at least that bhavana should be there in mind. Pratikartum ashaktasya jivitan maranam varam. See, so jivitat maranam varam. So this, if you are able to inculcate all these bhavanas, so where will you find vices entering into your minds? Okay, so this is a very, very powerful message. See, then he says, Pratishrutya karishyami kartavyam tadakurvataha mithya vachana dagdhasya ishtapurtam pranashyati. How important it is to keep up words. Pratishrutya karishyami kartavyam tadakurvataha. If you don't do that, mithya vachana dagdhasya, you are burnt by mithya vachana. So all your ishtapurta are all gone. See, krita. In fact, I don't know, I have heard this from my father. So today only I happened to see this. I was so pleased. The last quarter my father used to say, Kritaghne nasti nishkritihi. So it basically comes here. Next verse. Kutah kritaghnasya yashaha kutasthanam kutas ashraddheyah kritaghno hi kritaghne nasti nishkritihi. Kutah kritaghnasya yasha. Where is yasha? He cannot get. Kutasthanam. How can he get good position? Kutas ashraddheyaha kritaghno hi. Ashraddheya means so kritaghne nasti nishkritihi. Anyway, so these are some very beautiful verses. So the reason for saying is akasmat, we get benefited by something. Okay, so akasmat, some other thing may also happen. Okay, but we should all just set them aside. So this jivatvam is imported by you. Okay, so with this larger understanding, jivatvam will go and you will be in the joy of worship. So that is what this says. Now let us read this verse and close the class. Rupam rupam pratidam pratipalanavasat pratirupyam prapede hyeko drashtadvidiyaha bhavati cha salile sarvato nantarupaha indro maya bhiraste shrutiriti vadati vyapakam brahma tasmat jivatvam yatyakasmat ativimalatare bumbitam buddhyupadhau. Om sarve pasakina santu sarve santu niramayaha sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kasyad dukha bhag bhavet. Om